staying with us. We continue getting you more details of the big Republic TV exclusive news break on the Congress-China link, and your network has accessed a document that shows how the Congress party virtually ignored all concerns to push a special deal with China, despite a government warning the ramifications of a huge trade deficit if this deal is signed with China. We've accessed a UPA-era document. Our editor Niranjan Ransamy continues to show us that document from the Mumbai newsroom onto how India agreed to join the regional comprehensive economic partnership negotiations. Niranjan.
Well, these are a series of documents that we have accessed, Amita, that goes on to show, and Abhishek Kapoor, our executive editor, will also be joining us live. Now, these are documents that show how, despite there were concerns on a free trade agreement with China, and despite all of these concerns, the Congress party and the UPA went ahead with a special deal with the Congress party. They entered negotiations with China. Now, let me show you the note that tells you about, the concerns that the government had back then. The concerns were that, basically there was no movement. This document says further no movement. There has been no further movement primarily because of our huge trade deficit with China, and concerns that a free trade agreement would further widen this gap and put domestic industry under pressure. So there was a document that showed how, while I read out from the document, we'll also put out the graphics of what the documents show. Now, within the government, and this note is dated the 8th of October 2012, and Abhishek Kapoor will also be joining us live. Now, this document showed how there were concerns of a deal if you go in for a free trade agreement or a deal with China, because of one, the huge trade deficit with China, and second, concerns that a free trade agreement would further widen the gap and put domestic industry under pressure. And the signature that you have there of Anand Sharma, let's stay with this graphic, I'll tell you more about this signature. About this signature that you see is of Anand Sharma, the then minister in the UPA. This signature on the 24th of October 2012, he signed off on how we would seek guidance of the TERC headed by Manmohan Singh to get into a special agreement or get into the negotiations on considering China. So this is the signature of the UPA entering the negotiations on China. Despite concerns, by the way, I have this 2012 note that I read out to you. In 2012, there is a government note that talks about why there should not be a special deal with China because of the huge trade deficit, and then concerns that an agreement would further widen the gap and put our domestic industry within the country under intense pressure. Now, despite that, they went in for negotiations and were part of the talks that took place in Brunei in 2013. Let me also tell you that within the government, and why is this significant? This is significant because all of yesterday we spoke about how the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, the president of whom is Sonia Gandhi. Now, the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation received funds from the Chinese government, the People's Republic of China, the embassy, and also the country. And after that, one after the other, there was a pro-China view within the UPA government. Now, one of the view, I have a document with me, another document of the Ministry of External Affairs. Ministry of External Affairs dated February 2006, which also spoke of how, in light of the Lukis policy, it is logical to conclude an RTA with China. So there was agreement across the board in different ministries to somehow enter into this agreement with China. And even the MEA, and I'm going to read out the details of what this report said. This report said that it is logical to conclude an RTA with China in light of the Lukis policy, adding that some sections of the industry had expressed concern that in view of the fact that China is not a market economy, entering into an RTA would be a matter of concern. So despite concerns, ministry after ministry was showing concern, but despite that, they went in for negotiation, they went in for talks. And then I have this other document also that talks about how, there were concerns and how India was already negotiating a free trade deal with several countries that include Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, Japan, South Korea. We already had a deal, or we were negotiating a deal with all of these countries. And despite that, the UPA was bending over backwards to somehow accommodate China. Now, put the story into perspective. All of this was happening when at a time when the industry was expressing serious concerns over entering a deal into China. So one, you have the industry expressing concern over entering a deal into China. And then you have different voices within the UPA which say, no, we have to enter into a deal. It is logical. And documents prove how different ministries, the Commerce Ministry, the External Affairs Ministry, some citing diplomacy, some citing economic concerns. But despite all of that, different ministries came together to somehow push this RCEP talks forward with China. This becomes very interesting a day after the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation also received funding. The report showed how Rajiv Gandhi Foundation also received funding from China. Now, this is a very serious issue, and I think we have Sushant Sareen on the phone line. Let me go across to him and get his perspective. Sushant, we have several documents in our possession that show how, in the UPA government from 2006 to 2012, there was a huge debate, even though there were concerns expressed by the industry and parts of the industry bodies, and different people within the government said that it would serve otherwise if you would enter into a free trade deal with China. It shows how concerns were raised, trade deficit was an issue, and people spoke about how a free trade agreement with China would be a matter of grave concern. But despite that, different ministries, I have one document here that shows how the MEA, a view citing the Lukis policy, concluded that it was logical to enter into a deal with China.